Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. KG is back. It is the match reaction time. Huge 3 points tonight. Leeds United 3, Nottingham Forest 1. 9 points clear as we do it tonight. Obviously, West Ham play Burnley tomorrow, but it doesn't matter. We got our job done tonight. That is 22 night matches unbeaten at Elland Road. 22. So, again, just to make it clear, Arsenal don't count. We didn't play them at night here in the UK. In night matches in the UK, 22 games. That's a great platform to go from. And tonight, there were so many good performances, so many good standout performances tonight. I want to shout out a few of them. Yeah, important win. Exactly. Let's go, Slim. Let's go. Obviously, we'll see who's see which people are eating a little bit of like humble pie tonight in terms of the team selection. I'm going to be with you on a couple, but the team tonight were just outstanding, man. And there must be something to be said for the atmosphere at Elland Road at nighttime. It can't be a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences like that. Because Forest, I've seen them in the last few games. They have not looked like that. But we have made them look very ordinary tonight. And much like we did against Fulham as well, where they didn't really do much either. There is something to be said for the atmosphere at Elland Road. Gotta say. Yeah, Nicholas, Gruev man of the match like we all predicted. My bad, Gruev. Didn't know you could move like that. I want to speak about that because I want to know who was with me when we first signed him in the championship. I want to know who was with me, and if you remember what I said about Gruev at one stage when he used to play like those balls, like he played to Jaden Bogle today. I want to know. I want to know who was with me. No wonder Forest fans hate Daesh. Well, if he's got anything about him, the Luca brother that he put on in the second half to replace Igor Jesus or whatever his name is, you might want to utilize him a bit more because that Igor brother stinks. You know, I don't know why he's got. I know why he's got such a poor goal record in the Prem. He's crap. You know, and he should have scored for them when it was 0-0, but he obviously doesn't have it at Premier League level yet. Tintin here. I love to be proven wrong. Great win. Yeah, I had us down for a 2-1 win tonight. I just thought by the way that we play at home and given the importance of the game, I thought we would turn up, and we did better than I even thought we would. I thought it was going to be way tighter, but until they scored in the, as it says there, 86th minute, and then for like most of the extra time when obviously they'd be coming on to us, you know what I mean? We were in control, man. And in the second half where we usually sit back, credit to Daniel Farker on this one, because we've been talking about him being, you know, putting on the handbrake, changing the tactics for the second half. We just stayed all over him, people. We absolutely stayed all over him, man. Brilliant stuff. Yeah, I put a little poll in the chat today. I could only put 4 names, but I think they're 4 good ones. I think Goodmanson probably feel he's unlucky there, but those 4 names, I don't think you could go wrong with either one for man of the match today. Yeah, I can sleep well. Yeah, it's good. It's so good, isn't it? Especially when you start on a Friday. There's always something about the Friday game when you lose it. It just kills the rest of the weekend for when you're looking at results, doesn't it? But yeah, it's good to get 3 points, especially in our position. Up to 29 points. Lovely to see. We're now level with Spurs, and I hope Tottenham lose this weekend so I can message Tobes. I'd love that. I love it, and I deserve it. You know, I know. Dave saying here, yeah, I don't get Longstaff either. Where's Nanto and Tanaka? Well, yeah. I mean, listen, I feel, oh, Parrot House, always supporting. Thank you, Parrot House. And big up to you for the super thanks on the last video, and Mr. P as well. Thank you for the support. Another high, I will get back, trust me, I won't forget about Tanaka and Nanto on this one, believe me. But got to get with the super chats here. Hyru here, Elland Road under the lights. There's nothing better. I criticized Farker for starting Darlow, Gruev, and Okafor, and they shut me up. Fantastic result. 3 big points. And Tommy here saying, I rubbish the starting lineup, but happy to be proven wrong. Elland Road rocking. Yeah, and that's the thing as well. And I think I've got it with my community here. There's no like gotchas or anything like that if you get something wrong, because ideally you want to be proven wrong. You know, you want to be proven wrong when you think, things could be better, or you think, well, what's he doing today? Well, what's he playing at today? But I figured with the starting lineup, let me just get that up before we get into the goals. I figured with the starting lineup, what we was going to do with this setup was do the same thing that we did against Fulham, and that is utilize our fullbacks. And boy, did we today, including Justin. I gotta shout out Justin today. He was absolutely brilliant today. It's between him and Jaden Bogle. Spoiler alert. It's between him and Jaden Bogle for my man of the match. It's a toss-up between the two. But James Justin was used as a third centre-back but he was kind of used like a third right wing back at most of the time as well. He was brilliant out there today. But I figured that's what he would do. And then you saw Gruev in there today, and I'll give Gruev his credit for his performance today. And listen, people, who was with me, man, when I used to talk about Groove when he was first signed for the football club? And he used to play, he was the only one in the team, by the way, that used to play diagonals when we was in the championship. Does anyone remember me talking about that? The thing is, it's all good for me. It's on video. I talked about this when he first signed. I used to say about Groove, wait there, Kelvin. Hey, I used to say about Gruev, he was the only one in the team in the championship that used to like spray balls and spread the plate a bit. And then it just stopped. All of a sudden, it just stopped a few months into his time at Leeds United. I was like, why is he doing that? But Kelvin, you've been here a long time. You said Farker was stopping Grove by doing those sweeping balls and big switches because doing them constantly when he first came into the team and then out of nowhere he stopped. I love that. I love that people actually listen because he was doing that. Now, do I expect to see Grove do that from here on out? I don't know. But tonight showed what he was first doing when he first got here in the championship. And then it has to be by instruction. He was told to stop doing it. And when that ball for Jaden Bogle, man, that was such a sweet, sweet pass. Absolutely brilliant, man. Yes, you do it. See, I got a few people. Oh, what's Bogle worth now? Invaluable. Invaluable. Paul, I've got to say, Bogle, it's I know a lot of people probably say Goodmanson, but Jaden Bogle for me has been the player of the year so far. By distance as well. By a short distance, but he's just been so consistent over the season. Whereas other people may have started slow or had little lulls here and there, Jaden Bogle has just been a model of consistency. But yeah, but going back to Gruev, who set up Jaden Bogle, absolutely brilliant ball. His second one, not gonna lie, yeah, it was a shot. I think we all know it was a shot, and Calvert-Lewin tucked it in. Got a note about Calvert-Lewin as well. Okafor, first goal involvement in 16 games from back in October. Now, it's about time he turned up and he will grace the cover because his celebration is cold and it will have to be on the cover when we win games. I don't make the rules. That's just the way it is. He's been lucky to get 16 times to get his game right when others aren't getting involved in the matches as much as he's been given opportunities. But he came through tonight. And once he scored his goal, Noah Okafor, he was brilliant. His confidence grew through the night. That was like what we saw when he first got here, rather than say the last 16 games where he looks like he shouldn't be on the pitch. So big up to Noah Okafor today. And the note I've got about Calvert-Lewin, people, is that he was not hardly involved in that game up until he scored, and he scored his goal. And I love that. That is strikers for me. That is strikers for me. I don't want to see my striker running up and down the channels and getting back to the center midfield doing all this busybody stuff. I want to see them predators in the box. And that's what he was. He had the opportunity in the first half where he headed it down. Okafor, must have thought it was a Super Bowl early, then put it in the sky. But he wasn't involved in the game that much, and he comes up with a goal. That's what I want my strikers to do. That's all I ask of them to do, man. None of this running about stuff. Score goals. And shout out to Calvert-Lewin. That's his 10th of the season. So big up to him, man. And yeah, Kelvin, that's the striker. Stay in the middle and get a goal. Absolutely. That's your job. Score goals. It's the hardest thing to do in football. And that's what he's done today. After 3 games without a goal, he's back in the goal column. Let me just catch up with the supers before I continue. Slim here saying, to be honest, I saw the lineup and was very concerned, but the players stepped up when it mattered most. Huge 3 points. And dare I start to believe we will survive. Whoever was my man of the match finally forward passes again. Shout out to you, Slim. Mr. P saying that was a great performance considering who we were up against and what was at stake. Weekend is going to be a good one. Let's hope it's a great one. Absolutely. And Mark, oh yeah, Mark, they buried you today with the 3 goals, didn't they? Thank you for the super chat though, brother. Yeah, I was hoping for a 4th one. I'm not gonna lie, I was getting greedy, Mark. I wanted 4, maybe 5. But yeah, shout out to you, man. Thank you for the support. Barney here saying NF Forest giving Brendy the messy treatment is. I don't get what you mean. What do you mean, just hauling him down? Like, oh yeah, you mean like Sangari, like chopping him up? Yeah. Well, they were frustrated because, as I say to you, I've actually watched Forest in the last few games, and they've definitely improved. Coming into this game, there were 4 games unbeaten, and they really had stepped up. Now, what I will say is, I do think Murillo is a massive miss for them, and obviously they were missing Nico Williams, so that's 2 of their regular defenders out. which gave us up. And you can see that we was taking advantage of who's that guy that was starting his first game for Forest? Let me get his name. Um, what's his name, man? Zach Abbott, or you know, I've just made up his name, Zach. I don't even know if his first name's Zach. Mr. Abbott, though, you know, and we saw the youngster that was playing today. It was his first game, and you could see Goodmanson was targeting him. And shout out to Goodmanson as well. Showed some good strength down that left hand side. I've been impressed with Gabriel Goodmanson's strength more so than a lot of things recently, as well as his deliveries. But his strength when he's holding off players, he's become even stronger as the season's gone on. But you could see we was attacking down that side in the first half, and then we switched over to Bogle. And I just listen, man. God damn. Jaden Bogle, man. Someone asked in the chat earlier, how much is he worth now? I wouldn't even know where to start with this guy. Like, if a team came in for him in the summer, and hopefully Leeds rebuff all you know offers. Let me just say that I don't even know what a good offer will look like for Jaden Bogle. He has been so damn good, and the fact we paid like 7 million is testament to the fact that you don't need to overspend for every position. As I've said before, it's all about recruitment. You know what I mean? Kelvin saying 30 million. Woo! A lot of you saying 30 million. 30 to 40. Oh, I love it. I love it. League go 35. Yeah, the finish was dope. I mentioned the Grove pass, but his finish was so like measured, so calm and precise. And yeah, first goal, I think his first goal for Leeds in the Premier League this season, but we know he can come up with a goal or two. But yeah, he's just been outstanding. Defensively, he was blocking a lot of stuff, blocking a lot of crosses. Lovely stuff. Andrew here saying, come on, Burnley. I mean, I want that to happen, Andrew, but when you've got Scott Parker coming out to say today, saying stuff like, yeah, it's not a confident time right now. It ain't looking good, bruv. Ain't looking good. Dave saying here 50 million to City if they want him. Tremendous. Darren here saying, let's be honest, 10 million for James Justin was a bargain too. It's looking like it. It's looking like it. And the thing is, when he's playing I will say though, when you've got another centre back in there like Bonau, who did come on late, it is a bit worrying that Bonau is being stapled to the bench in favour of a wing back. But what I will say with James Justin is that his performances have grown as he's gone on, and he's looking so confident. He's looking almost like the James Justin that was. I'm not saying he's going to get called up to England. Don't quote me on that. I'm just saying he looks like that James Justin from back there, where he was just an all-round machine, assist, defending before his big injuries. He looks really good out there, and as a right centre back, he seems to be playing right wing back when it suits. Yeah, he was just brilliant today. And the chances that James Justin created, by the way, I just want to say, good to see. Just great to see, man. Yeah, James Justin has been class. Totally proved me wrong. Well, I knew he was good. I knew he was going to be all right, but even he surpassed my expectations easily as well. No cap here. Aronson almost ended up in a body bag tonight, poor lad. Yeah, that's what I'm saying about the two. You saw Aronson's shirt in the first half, people. That shit was dirty as hell. That thing needed to get some purple on it. The Calvert-Lewin shirt was just like gleaming white still. He hadn't done nothing. That's what I'm saying. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Bogle for England, or is that wild? I mean, he's been consistent enough, but I'll be honest with you, people. I don't watch international football. I really don't. I don't care about international football. So it's hard to know. I mean, Carl Walker, is he still in the mix? Who else is at right back? It's probably Reece James, isn't it? Reece James is probably going to be the number one, and we go up against Chelsea next, actually. But yeah. Yeah, no washing powder getting that out. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, he also did. Yeah, Justin stepped in to take corners as well. Yeah, he was doing a lot today. He was doing a lot. Just brilliant, man. I honestly cannot state it enough. Let's go back into the lineup though. We talk just quickly before I forget. Tanaka, Nanto. Yeah, it might be over for Tanaka, you know, people. I think we'll probably see him against Birmingham City. I think he'll get the start there. But man, Longstaff came on before him, man, and yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Tanaka. This is what I was talking about before. Yeah, I know people are going to say he didn't shine against Everton. Probably the opposite, but you can see he's not trusted, man. He's not trusted by Farke, and the fact that Longstaff is just coming back and is getting ahead of him as a sub is not a good sign. And Nanto, you know what? We're saying that as well. Darlow in goal today. After his performance against Arsenal as a backup goalkeeper, he should have been back on the bench. Now, some of you will say he did well today, and salute to you. But the point is about his performance today. It's the fact that he got the start. If that was the case, why did they just reject the approach from Besiktas for Lucas Perry? Why didn't they just see if Besiktas were willing to maybe even, match what we paid to get him, and just move him on? I don't know why. If you've got a number one goalkeeper, you say you're going to keep him out the spotlight because he's made a couple of errors, cool. But once your backup makes like big errors as well, that should mean your number one after a few games out should come back in, right? But look, Darlow, it is what it is in terms of Darlow. I will say with Darlow, he's a cameraman save. All right, he does it for the cameras with a few of them. People keep on bigging up that first one. The guy almost like half chipped it towards him, and he's sprawling out. And look, he did what he had to do. There was a couple of shaky moments where he tried to claim balls and he slipped out his hands. But yeah, is what it is with Darlow, man. But yeah. Keith saying here, worse for Nanto, Longstaff coming on for a winger, leaving us with one winger on the pitch. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? When you're a sub at this football club under Farker, you've got to think, I don't know how much game time I'm getting today. I don't know how much game time I'm going to get. And we've already seen with Buonanotte, now Dan James is back. He's off the bench. And you look at the options on the bench. You look at the last two in particular, Mecha or Peru. You probably only need one of those two, right? Peru didn't get on the pitch again. And again, this makes me look at it why you didn't try move him on even more than you did in January, but it is what it is. He's still here. I don't think Metro was going to see the pitch there. I don't think he's fully fit. I think it's one of those where he's just on there because, if we need him for the last 10 minutes. But Buonanotte, Farker's made it very clear, by the way, that as a lone player, and this is something he's repeated during his time here, he's last on the list. Like there's a hierarchy at the football club. And if everyone's fit, Buonanotte isn't going to make the bench. So it's one of these now where, and unless we get like a big injury or something like that, you're looking at a game today against Forest at home. This would have been good for Buonanotte to be, former Leicester player as well. It's like I say, storylines, and he's nowhere to be seen. But I guess this will be a conversation for another day. Okay. Mark here saying good result. I still don't think Farker has a clue. Lucky tonight. Oh, listen, you guys, I always give my honest opinion, but what I will say is I don't believe it was luck today. That was a good performance where the instruction was obviously clear, even in the second half, to not let Forest off the hook, and that is what he's been guilty of before, where we come out in the second half and we start stepping back and drawing back deep. Now, we did go back deep for the last 10 minutes, but look, they're chasing the game. Of course, they're going to come on to us a bit more. But we was dominant up until a certain point in the second half. Forest didn't have a shot in the second half until late in the game. So we did what we were supposed to do today. And I think that he actually got it right. And especially with Murillo being out and Nico Williams being out, I do believe it was his instruction to attack the youngster that was playing for Forest tonight. I genuinely believe he was doing that. So I never attribute it to luck. I think he got it absolutely right today. So I give him his credit for tonight. Absolutely. Steve here saying here, basically, if you aren't in by the time the summer window ends, then there's no chance to break into Farker's lineup. The thing is with Farker, what I will say, and Steve, you'll know what I'm talking about, being from America, he is loyal to the soil. He once he trusts you and you become one of his lieutenants, it's hard for you to break in. And even with someone like Joel Peru, he was never fancied from the start. You remember the whole debacle of him playing Peru in the wrong position, then giving a 20-minute speech in a presser as to why Peru doesn't play in the position he plays, only then to play him in that position as we end the season. But anyway, but you know how it is with Danny Farker, man. Once he trusts these guys, I mean, Gurev tonight with his 2 assists, he ain't never coming out of the team again. It might be long for Anton Stack when he's back fit. Oh man. Okay, got a couple more supers here. Let me okay, got one more here. Ali here. Shout out to you, Ali. Thank you. Great win, KG. Good solid performance. Need a few more of them. March on together. Yeah, absolutely, man. It's not over yet, of course. There's still a long way to go, but this is what we're doing, what we're supposed to do in terms of these kind of games. We've beaten Forest, and how much of their confidence is going to be dented after tonight? Don't know. We'll see. But now the Burnley West Ham result doesn't really mean as much as it would have if we had dropped points today. we've done what we've supposed to do now. We've set the marker down for West Ham to go to Burnley tomorrow and get 3 points. If they do that, cool. We've done what we've got to do. Now we do have a couple of tricky games coming up. We've got Chelsea next, and I think we got Villa after. Don't quote me on that, but we've definitely got a couple of tricky ones. So it was important that we got the 3 point slide. Absolutely. Slim, where the super malt's gone? It's a thing, Slim. I'm actually trying not to drink too much fizzy drink. So I've actually cut down. Even when I have an energy drink now, I'm having zero sugar. So yeah, it's just one of those, man. I'm locked in. I'm locked in, man. um, Let's have a look here. Darren here saying though, Aronson was a bit frustrating today. He went back to throwing himself to the ground and taking too long on the ball. Yeah, look, man. Even in victory, we always say, don't we, on here? Even in defeat, not everyone is bad. Even in victory, not everyone is great. And yeah, Aronson didn't have his greatest game today. But the thing is, we talk about trusted lieutenants. Doesn't matter if he's had a poor game today. Guess who's going to be in the starting lineup against Chelsea? It's not going to be Buonanotte, even though you would think Buonanotte's got a point to prove against Chelsea. He'd have that fire in his belly. Maybe Buonanotte makes the bench in the next game. We'll have to wait and see. But Aronson will be played again. So yeah, it's one of those, man. But I hear it, man. Aronson wasn't at his greatest today, but it wasn't bad enough to affect the team performance. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing, isn't it? Let's have a look here. Kelvin here, you could tell they never wanted Peru, even in the championship. You can always tell the players Farke has brought in and the recruitment team has brought in. Ramazani, for example. Yeah, yeah. And I think it was clear as well after the window closed. Farke, he made it clear he's going to be happy with the group no matter what. But, you could tell that he would have liked a couple more players. He said it just before the window closed. And you can, yeah, he has to sign off on everybody. He's made that clear as well, impressors. But yeah, I'm sure that Peru, you can just tell by the way he's used him, man. It wasn't until Joseph went off and went off the boil. Bamford wasn't staying fit, and he had to use Peru out of necessity. And Peru was his main man in the end. But as soon as we've come up, I mean, he's replaced him 1, 2, 3 times over because even Okafor plays as a striker before Peru now. So it's one of those where that's why it's even more puzzling why the club didn't make a more harsher effort to move Peru out in January. But yeah, Mark here saying quick turnaround on Tuesday, maybe time for some rotation. Is it Tuesday or Wednesday? Probably is Tuesday, Mark. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe they'll be okay for this one. I think we can probably go full strength again because we'll probably play a rotated squad against Birmingham. So we'll probably look at it as, yeah, it's 2 intense games, but it's important games. And then the second string will get the game against Birmingham City on the weekend. Probably. We'll wait and see, though. We'll wait and see. MY saying here, strange that he trusts Okafor very much. Yeah. Well, look, Okafor came through today, not only with his goal, but after the goal as well. He was a threat. He's starting to do his tricks again. But it's right. You're talking about 16 games without a goal involvement. And I just know that if Nanto had put in performances like that, man, he'd have been banished from the first team, and the fans would let him know about it as well. But he seems to have his trust, and once you get Farke's trust, you're in the golden seat, man. You're in the golden seat. Ruben, does Biol come back in? Oh, he has to. He has to, right? When Yaka is fully fit, he's got to come back in, but it is tough because that means James Justin might have to go to the bench. But you know what, Ruben? What I will say is that it's a good problem to have. It's an excellent problem to have. It's better than scratching around going, oh man, I can't believe this guy's got to come in. It's actually good to know, well, how can you drop James Justin in the form he's in? But Jacobiol next to Roden has literally been our best centre backs. So yeah, it's one of those. Yeah. Slim here. He does have by far the coldest celebration on the team. I just wish we'd seen it a few more times this season. That's the thing for me. With Okafor, it is cold, man. It's cold, but we just haven't seen it enough. So when we do win and he scores, he has to grace the thumbnail. I don't make the rules, people. Let's have a look here. Keith, yeah, I mean, Keith's saying here, you can't blame the BOARD for not bringing in anyone else, just for them to sit on the bench and play 10 minutes every 3 games. And in all fairness, Keith, Farke has said that himself, impresses. He's been very honest with that in terms of he doesn't guarantee players first team football just because they're coming in. they have to work for it. He's literally said it about Buonanotte in that he's not going to come in and just get a place because he's here on loan. He has to work for it. And as you can see, the guy, because Dan James is fit, is out of the squad. Okay, he's out the squad. Whether you like that or not, we know how Daniel Farker works, and that is it. Let's have a look here. Let me close the poll as we come to an end. Oh wow, Gruev got the victory here. So let's see. Man of the match, Justin 13%, Gruev 57%, Bogle 26%, Okafor 5%. So there we go. There we are, people. There we are. Let me just check if I've missed any. Okay, yeah, Ruben with the super chat as well. Massive 3 points. How many points do you think we need to stay up? These kind of questions, um, they're tough for me because you don't know. I always just say get as many points as you can because you don't know how many points there is. People will say 42, 40, 39. But what if it isn't 39, 40, or 42? My thing is just get as many as you can. And there will be a point, by the way, after so many games played, after a certain point total, where I will feel absolutely safe and that we're not in danger of relegation anymore. We're not there just yet. I know 29 and a 9 point gap at this point seems great, but there is still too much football to play. But there will be a time where I'll just say, you know what, no point looking below us anymore. Let's look above. That's what I mean. Yeah, Mr. P saying he doesn't disagree with the poll result. Fair enough, man. Look, Gruev did his thing tonight, man. Let's see if he can, apply that in future games, man. Let's just hope he doesn't go back to what he was doing before because he's got that in him. Listen, with Gruev, and you guys will know this, when he does those balls, because he's the only one on the team that seems to do them from midfield where he puts it through to Calvert-Lewin and it like back spins back into Calvert-Lewin's run. He's the only one that does it. The problem is he doesn't do it enough. So if he can do that a little bit more, man, he'd be even more valuable because his defensive side, there's never anything wrong with Gruev's defensive side. That's why Danny Farker puts him in there. It's just that he looks limited when he keeps on passing it to the side and backwards. But when he's doing what he did tonight, man, you talk about a 5 million player that could be, like quadruple that if he continues in that vein. But look, he's had a great night tonight. Let him enjoy it. And Okafor as well. Can he build from that? We will see. But yeah, I think that is it, people. Anything else that I've missed or anything else you want to say? Or if you just want to repeat yourself again, lovely. Put it in the comments below after the video's done. And as always, people, please like the video. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their Friday night. I'm sure you will. And it's going to be a great weekend anyway. I'll be back tomorrow with the cool down, so stay tuned for that. We'll get in Danny Farker's comments and anything else from the game. Listen, people, enjoy your evening. Peace out. See you in the next one. Oh, no. Okay, table, you're right. Oh, I'm not going anywhere. Here I am. Okay, here we go. All right. Sorry, my bad. Amateur man, how many times have I done these videos, eh? Here we are, people. Here we are. There we go. Hey, there we are. 9 points clear, looking lovely. Level on points with Spurs and Palace, even though they got to play a game. But it is what it is. We are 9 points clear of the relegation zone. Long may it continue. All right, people. That is it now. I'm gone. I'm out. Peace out. See you in the next one.